Hi, this is Walt Medlock with Advantech. We've had a couple of requests to show a recipe table that can be selected via a barcode scanner. So what I have here is a USB barcode scanner, and it is plugged into the back of the unit here. And it's just some standard barcode scanner, nothing special to setting it up. And I'll just show you the demo I put together. I also have a sheet with a few different barcodes on it. They're just labels from our products that we sell. And I also have this bigger barcode from UPS. So we'll try a couple things. On the demo here, we have a recipe table, and I called it the recipe table browser, but you can see that I've set this recipe up to have 16 different recipes, or the table, excuse me. And right now I've got 6 of them in there, starting with 0. And I've got some data already stored. The data is stored upon power off because it's stored in the battery backed up RAM area. So you don't have to worry about losing your data. Now, if I wanted to select number 1 here, then I can just simply go to this recipe selector and select number 1. And as you can see on this table, number 1 went to the top because that's now my current recipe. And then whatever the current recipe is, I can push a button here to send the recipe to the controller. And there's some things underlying there that will allow you to write this block of recipe data to the controller as a block of data. Now let's say I wanted to select a different one. Instead of by this selector, which you would push the arrow to the right, you can select it with a USB scanner. So I'm going to select it, and as you can see, it brings up the keypad where you could punch it in, or you could simply do a scan. And okay, that's not the one I wanted to get. Oh no, that's 15. You can see it read the 15, which is number 3. So now when I push enter, it takes it to number 3, which the last 2 digits is 15. So it's real easy. You have to, the reason you have to select it and then scan it is because you have to have a way for the input to go somewhere, or else the barcode scanner might send all its input anywhere. So this time we're going to do this one here. And then this is the, should be, I think it's the number 0. So we'll enter, and yes, we're back to 0. So now I've also set up another section here to where we can add new recipes. You have to create the recipe block as big as you're ever going to want it to begin with. And so that's why I've got a lot of blank areas here. So I've also created a section here to where I have an input entry, and it's password protected because we're not at that level high enough to enter anything into that. That's just a added feature that I put in here. So now we want to go to a new recipe. We're going to go, we'll go to number 7. So you can see there's nothing in 7 yet. And I want to add a new barcode to it, name, so I don't have to type it all in. So I've created this name entry area, so I push that, and then I can scan the UPS code, hit the enter, and now it's in there, and as you can see, it's now number 7. Now this table here, you can either make it writable or just read only, but I've made it writable just for the ease of things. Or you can have it only over in this section if you wanted it to. And then only work on the current recipe. But you can do it in either place. So that's my quick demo of the recipe table. One other thing that might come to mind, let's say if I went to number further down, we're going to go to 14. And I'm going to put that same number in again. Oops, forgot to open the box first. So now it's in there. It will allow you to have 2 of the same names there. So depending on where you're at, let's say I'm at number 12, and then I want to find that guy again. So now we're gonna open up the selector and say, okay, I want to go to that recipe, and hit enter. Well, you can see it starts from 0 and reads its way down, so it's always going to read the first one of the two exact same names. So there's no check that's done here automatically. There are ways to do that through scripting if you're worried about putting double names in. And if you have any other questions, you can email me at waltm@advantech.com. That's waltm@advantech.com.